Very good morning, students. After a long gap, we are opening our textbook. So, welcome back to your classes. Be ready to learn. Take your history book. Last lesson, 10th lesson. Please open. Once again, hearty welcome to history classes. Take your textbook, pencil in your hand. Let us start. Lesson name it is 18th century political formation. In which century we are going? That is, we are reaching in last century. What we want to study in 7th standard, that is 18th century. We started with 8th century, now we reached in 18th century. And here what is happening, how the changes, the political changes happening in India, that we are going to see. So here we can see map given. Then it is the external boundary of the Mughal emperor in 1700, means the 18th century starting that time. What is the boundary of the Mughal emperor? We can see it is Bangladesh, India, then Afghanistan and Pakistan. All the countries was included in Mughal emperor. Then later what happening, that we will see. Then here it is given the second map, British territories in the mid of 18th century. British people came, then they started to make their own rule. Here we can see that one in the West Bengal area or Bangladesh area, and here in the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, then little bit parts of Tamil Nadu area also they taken, started to rule like that. They are not for fully ruling, established a small power there in the name of what we can say trade. Then the crisis of the empire and the later Mughal, means the what is happening in the Mughal emperor. In between them, what happened, how they become power decline, like that things we will see. By that, how the British people they are coming and they are getting power in their hands slowly, and that you will see later part. Here just starting, they are giving the Mughal king given the chance to be a Nawab of West Bengal area. Then later how they are developing their rule and other things, that we will see in 8th standard. Then next topic, it is emergence of the new states, because the Mughal emperor become powerless or declined his power. That's why many Zamindars or the Nawabs of different area, they are making their own kingdom in that area. Then we are discussing about the major provinces and how they become the separated state, like Hyderabad, then Awadh, one by one area, Bengal, like that area we will see. Next one, it is coming the that is another one group of kings, Nawabs and his allied people, how they are making power in their hand, that we will see. Then coming the seizing independence, the one by one group, they are trying to get independence in their hand, like Sikh people tried to get independence separately, means a separate country. Then Maratha tried for that, like that one by one area or kingdom they are trying. Then Jats. Then comes the French Revolution. In the same time, what is happening here in 18th century, the power means the power sharing, or the world emperors becoming powerless, or we can say decline their power and area also. At the same time in France, what is happening, they are starting the French Revolution, and they are thinking about the starting of democracy there. Here still we was continued this monarchy or the kingship and other things. But in European continent, they started to think nation state, what we are having nowadays, we are calling it country or nation, like that. That thoughts came in 18th century. Where it started? It started in France. That we will study, detailed study we will do that one in 9th and 10th standard. We want to study about French Revolution. Then this chapter we are going to continue in 8th standard, how the British people started their rule here in India, like that things we will discuss in 8th standard. Here how they become declined, their power declined, and slowly the other people started, especially British people or Europeans, how they started to come India and settle. That part we will see. Then coming the recall and other activities. So let us move back to our lesson. Let us see sentence by sentence. Please open once again I am saying, please open your textbook, take your pencil in your hand, be ready to underline and write the points which one you want. Okay, so we are moving to the lesson. First one, if you look at the map 1 and 2 closely, you will see something significant happening in the subcontinent during the first half of the 18th century. We are going to think up to 1715, up to that time what happened. Here it is given that 1700 what was the area of Mughal emperor, it is given in the first map, and second map it is given how the British community coming in the time of mid of 18th century, means in the time of 1725 to 1775, that time what happened, that we are going to see. Okay, the Mughal emperor was very powerful in the starting of 17th century. At the end or middle time onwards, other people, European people especially, they started, British people, they started and started to rule over, just started to get power in their hand. Notice how the boundaries of the Mughal emperor were reshaped by the emergence of a number of independent kingdoms by 1765. By 1765, notice how another power, the British, had successfully grabbed major chunks of the territory in the eastern India. What these maps tells us is the political conditions in 18th century India changed quite dramatically and within a relatively short span of time. In the starting of 18th century, that area was under the hands of Mughal emperor. Just after 15 years or 40 years, what happened here, if you are looking to the map, we can see first one, the area with this light pink color, it was under the hands of British people, and other area came one by one, Marathas, Hyderabad, like that, one by one state taken by separate kings, or it become the separated kingdoms. Okay, the next one, because of that one, what will happen, the political situation or social situation of India, it changed drastically in the time of 18th century. In this chapter, we will read about the emergence of new political groups in the subcontinent during the first half of the century, roughly from 1707 with Aurangzeb's died till the third battle of Panipat 1761, that was with British people. What happened means coming about 50 years, what happened here in India, that we are going to see. First topic, it is crisis of the empire and the later Mughals. Okay, we will continue with in next video.